Hybrids, a club that is notoriously difficult to get right, but today we're going to go right into the details of PXG's Gen 6 Hybrid. There are two models to choose from in 2023 with the new PXG Gen 6 Hybrids. I've gone for the more compact model. I was fitted for this hybrid over at Scottsdale National Golf Club, PXG's headquarters. I am not usually one to like hybrids, but this hybrid itself looked the part. It was compact, sleek, and offered a lot of adjustability. Down at address, it may not be for everyone, but with an optimized CG, as I said, a lot of adjustability, it should tighten up the dispersion, offer a lot of forgiveness, and also feel pretty great too. This video was difficult because I am not a hybrid man, so sit back and enjoy this fitting video, because now, 3 weeks later, this hybrid is my favorite club in the bag. Let's find out why.
The question is now, we talk about set makeup, you know, what do you got on the top end to kind of blend it all together?
Do you mean, what, so blending it, do you mean with the woods now, or do you mean in terms of like?
Yeah, so how do we go from like long irons, you know, to your preference of, you know, are you 2-iron, do you like hybrids, are you 3-wood, 5-wood? Your kind of preference on that kind of stuff?
That is a really good question for me, because I'm not going to say despise, it's a really strong word, but I don't like hybrids at all. I've never gotten on with them.
Sure.
I love driving irons.
Okay.
The thing is, I have a driver and probably like a 4-wood and then like a 2-iron would probably be, if you say, put something in my hand right now, that'll probably be it. 3-wood I can use. But I always find like the gap between my driver and my 3-wood's always a little bit too small. Like if I've got a driver going 320 or so, the 3-wood, because of the way in which I deliver the golf ball, usually spins a little bit too low. So that usually goes about 280, 290. Right. Rather have something that's about 260 that spins like 4,000 or 5,000 or so. Sure. And then have the 2-iron for a day where it's, or tomorrow where it's gusting 40 mile an hour or so. Right. That's probably the dream for me. Sure. But I'll take any advice as to what you think is best, because I've never gone into detail as to the bag. Yeah. So.
Well, that's helpful, because usually at this part of the fitting, you know, we've nailed it.
Oh, this is it. Yeah.
We've nailed it with our you know, our 7-iron fitting here. So typically I like to I love to hear your response, because now I don't know what it is about, but it makes me want to put a hybrid in your hand.
I review all golf clubs, so I do hit hybrids. It's just I've never. I think it's more of a mental thing than anything else. Well, it definitely is, because golf clubs are all good now, and I've never ever been fitted for a hybrid. Okay. So I mean, this is probably music to your ears, because now you're going to fit me for a hybrid.
Awesome. I'm like, yes! Wait for you to love this.
I've never been fitted for one, and I think that comes down to a problem when I'm using, let's say, a 60S. That's something that kind of comes down to a problem as well. Sure. But it's just the profile of it. I've never really known how to deliver the golf ball with a hybrid. I think with a driving iron, I know what I'm going to do. The hybrid, I'm kind of there almost like I'm trying to speak French when I'm English. I don't know what I'm doing. So with a TrackMan, that we could see that and see what the difference is. So look, let's try it for the camera. Let's try it. Go on.
I'm going to start us with a 19. Let's start at 19. Sure. We have the 17 as an option. 22 all the way up. So in the past, what have you not liked about hybrids? Just the visual standpoint of it, or kind of what
the results,
ball flight characteristics,
it's because I don't really know what I'm doing. I think my swing kind of turns to jelly almost, and it leads to, when I say this, I don't even need to dispersion, it leads to hitting 10 shots of those, the club face would be littered with ball strike marks. It would be all over the place. When I hit a good one, it's one of the best feelings in the world type thing. Sure. And from the fairway is one thing as well. Honestly, as a blanket statement, I've just never ever got around to testing it in a way like this, in a professional standpoint. It's always been grab one, hit it, hate it after 3 shots, and that's that. So
dream ball flight with, you know, with this type of thing. Do you want to see it kind of falling right? Little butter cuts?
Yeah, so all my woods, because the more I go up in longer clubs, the more my out to in is visible. So I although in my head I'm thinking let's try and hit a draw, it's not the end result. This will be 5-yard fade or something like that.
Let me get you. So we're in a 1/2 inch over with a 17-degree length standard. Okay. We're in this Tensei white. This should handle your. You're much above.
Yeah, I've used it before.
You've hit that guy?
Yeah. What would you recommend in terms of, should I put it on the tee first, put it on the fairway?
Let's hit this off the ground. I want to see, what that turf interaction is like. Would you say, like you'd mentioned, like the driving irons, is that something you 80% of the time are hitting off the tee? Or
100%.
100% of the time.
100% of the time. Never. It's been one of those things, actually. If you asked me that 2 years ago, it'd been a bit different. I had a bit of confidence to hit it off the fairway. Right. But it's now become to a point where, although I'm saying I like driving irons, I don't think I'm particularly good with them. It's just these were far worse. Sure. And so never ever now use it off the off the fairway at all. If I'm, to be honest, the courses that I play in England, if I'm hitting a par 5 and 2, I usually have a mid or a short iron in hand because they're quite short. I'm not playing 600-yard ones. So it's never been a case where I've actually ever had to use a hybrid or a driving iron off the fairway, let's say. It's more just the only way I want to use it is if I'm hitting, let's say, a 250 shot or something like that. But it would be something I would want to do, obviously, having a club that is multifunctional is the dream.
That's the idea of trying to get one of these that work for you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it is nice to have that go-to feel off the tee. I need to hit it straight, low. You know, you play in obviously different conditions that we're accustomed to here and different golf styles. So I understand completely. But I would like to have a club where you could feel confident off the tee just as confident off the ground.
Exactly.
You know?
Right, I'm probably going to aim at the 200 again and probably just try and hit like maybe end up at the 250.
Yeah, love it.
Was what my goal would be.
Love that.
Kind of called it. That was a bit too much out to in though. Is one thing that I think that's probably going to be about 30 yards of fade.
I see what you're saying.
Again, that's not a club fault at all. It's in a few months' time, hopefully it won't be as bad as that, but I don't see as much movement.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Holy.
Like on miles as well. Yeah. Do I want to know how far?
What's your guess?
That came out.
I'll give you a few clues. 41.37 spin rate.
Okay, good. Okay.
156.1 ball speed.
265.
244 in the air.
Okay.
256 total.
Okay, I was off. I think spin rate's good though. Spin rate's really good. That's the one thing. That's really good.
That's the big thing here. So right now we have our weights set up in the heel.
Yeah.
So if you were to tell me, hey, like I get a two-way miss when I get this long stuff in my hand, I'd probably put it back in the toe just so you can rely on that little cut. Yeah. That cut about what, 3 yards?
Yeah, if that.
So.
One thing I need to hit a few more shots, but the shaft does feel pretty heavy. I know it's 100, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if that's a bad thing. Results speak for itself. I guess my one concern with this is this is more of a cardio thing. If I'm knackered after 17 holes trying to hit this, it may be something where I struggle with.
Right.
But I think what I need to do is have that swing thought, let's hit it chippy. That one I don't think was chippy. That one I think was more of step on it. Sending it accidentally.
And I would rather start heavy with a player like you than get something too light where now we get a few loose swings. I can't feel it. I'm done with this club. Okay. That's that's kind of the just kind of reading the situation.
Yeah, just fairway finder swing is what I want.
Yep. Love it.
Actually wasn't that. It's a little bit late to deliver it.
Right.
I don't think that swing path probably be pretty neutral there. Just let the face open a little bit. Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
To be honest with you, I want to get a half-inch shorter.
Okay, I'm actually, I agree with you with that. Like when I've been fit before with drivers and stuff, I get shorter. Yeah. Because I'm not losing club head speed. I'm not losing ball speed. 6'4".
6'4".
Yeah. So although my irons I want half an inch longer, with other things I don't really need it at all. Like I'm still getting low 120s with the driver, and if it's 44.5 or something like that, and I'm hitting it out the middle, I'd rather even if you take off and make it half an inch shorter overall. If I'm hitting it out the middle every single time and lose 3 mile an hour club head speed, happy days.
All day.
I couldn't care less.
You're ahead of the curve when it comes to that. That's.
Well, I'm not, because I've had 48-inch shafts. Don't worry. I've got a 48-inch Ventus Black at home. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's pop a few of those out there and see how that feels.
So this is just
a couple grams lighter overall too.
Okay, that'll be helpful.
So now let me know if this feels a little lighter to the point where it's a little squirrely. Okay. But I like this on paper. I like this length overall. Like we said, a little more control. I want to get back to that chippy feel all the way through the bag because you got speed. Yeah.
That was absolutely dreadful. Let me hit one more, because I don't think that's representative of this club yet.
It's all good.
That was just a little bit.
As we all know, golf is not a game of perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good bad shot, to be honest. Because I'm making contact with it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, too bad. One more.
This was what I was concerned about with the squirrel feel, because I think what we've found so far is weight is your friend. One to help promote a little bit of that smoother transition. Yeah. So with this lighter weight overall, this was kind of what we were thinking here.
Yeah.
Great swing.
Yeah, it's better. Do you still feel like I'm fighting it a little bit?
As far as
that one was. I saved that one at the end. That one was. My face probably about 8 degrees open beforehand. Okay. Although it was a great result. Mm-hmm. Didn't feel as natural, let's say, as the last one. I know the last one's a little bit longer, but I mean, it needs a few more shots because I don't think the first two are representative of.
If I'm looking at just overall profile, I like that 100. I like that 100 a little more.
Yeah.
If we had it at a half-inch shorter.
Okay.
So actually, I might grab that and we just choke down a little bit here.
Okay.
Let's put this bad boy back in there because really, you know, with our matrix here, this is going to be our best option from a weight standpoint. So,
and what I noticed about that one is, although last year one I'm hitting a bit better, I'm hitting a lot more out to in for some reason. It could be the way in which that particular shaft works, but hit the last tee really well. But that had about 10 to 15 yards of fade.
They're
float is
floating
exactly what I use.
Yep. Yeah, 5100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and again, even just putting the shaft straight back in, I can instantly feel the difference in stoutness. And
absolutely, yep.
I think the only thing is that this is a shaft I've never really experienced before, so that's why I think it feels a little bit alien to me.
Sure.
Right now, but that's not a bad thing.
No.
Because we've seen so far, and touch wood, it keeps going.
Right.
The results are good, then get used to it. Yeah. It's a little bit floaty. But
it's working a little bit, but even, you know, you can just tell by the ball, that's not going to be 5200.
No, that one was soaring, wasn't it?
A little bit less, yeah. So we're still around that 5,000 mark, but 230 in the air, you know, 238 total.
Yeah. It's still a little bit out. It's me, because that was middle.
Okay.
I reckon that's probably been about 5 degrees out to in. So like, that is a fairway finder, isn't it?
Yeah, let's see.
I think it's probably a bit high and spinny again.
Yeah, so there's our swing to
yeah, I'm not having this bit.
club path, yeah. So
I want to have that about 4, not 8.
Yeah, but like you said, I mean, that's still...
152 ball speed, yeah. I mean,
it's solid, just working a little bit left right now, yeah.
What I want in a few months' time is just that swing direction to be lower. Still swinging left, but not as embarrassing as 9 or 8.
Cut that in half, yeah.
I mean, exactly. It's still going to have the same result, but rather than having 15, 20, 30 yards of side spin, I want a little bit less than that. I still want to play the fade.
So let's try something here quick. That one was 106.8 club speed.
Okay.
Show me 103. Give me that feel of 103.
Yep. Okay.
Full motion.
Yep. The most lateral movement I've ever seen in the golf swing. Give me one more.
105.4, so even a little less.
Oh, it was the worst swing in the world. It's the worst swing in the world. Don't show me swing direction or else I'm leaving. It was Healy.
All I'm looking at, 104.4.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Yep.
I get it's one of those, like, I'm disgusted by that shot, but for a bad shot like that was there. It's hit the fairway. I'm not against it. It's just I know numbers wise how bad that swing was. I didn't. It's hit the best shot I've hit so far.
5.8.
5.8. We're getting there. All right. Let's try and hook it.
148 smash.
Yeah, that was middle.
There he is.
Yeah, that's.
You kidding me?
I think just the ability to feel that hook.
Yeah.
As you said.
4.6.
Yeah.
There it is. God, you hammered it too.
Yeah, that was. And again, that felt smooth. What was it?
4,000 spin. 159.5 ball speed. 252 carry. 263 total.
That was rubbish, but it's left the fair. I'm not actually unhappy with that one.
Hey, three left.
Yeah.
So at least we're bringing that club back into closer to neutral
just
here.
Face control a little bit. I'm actually pretty happy with this so far. I think it's just we need to get reps in with a hybrid.
To be honest with you too, I'd love to see what a 17 does if we're actually going to try to fit this into the golf bag. Because I'm confident you're going to hit that 4-iron all of 230.
Yeah.
You know, especially off a tee.
Yeah.
So if we're really kind of trying to gap something off of that 4, I'd love to see a 2-iron and you know, you might hit a 2-iron and say, I don't need a fairway wood.
Yeah.
You know, at that
completely
point.
Agree. It's a lovely shot.
That come off the center?
Yeah.
Some odd reason, club speed jumped to 107.5.
Okay.
159 ball speed.
Yeah. I think swing direction was still a little bit naff, but I mean, it's not.
3.8. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3,500 spin, 54 carry, 68 total.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, I'm excited just from I mean, listen, you go home, you put some time in.
Yeah.
Hate it, love it.
If I work on my swing, which is what I'm going to do, this will be the perfect club, and that's what I think. Rather than being a left and just staying with a 2-iron that I just don't hit well and isn't usable from a variety of places.
I love pushing you out of your comfort zone to at least explore these different avenues because they are available.
Yes.
You know, and like, you got people watching and listening to at least get rid of that stigma of this old, this old thought of, hey, I need to hit a 2-iron, I need driving irons.
Yeah.
Technology's changed a lot.
Yeah, I think that's why I think a full bag fitting is something that a lot of people might think. It's the first time I've done a full bag fitting is so much more different than just an individual iron fitting, because if I did an individual piece by piece, I'd do driver, I'd do fairway, I'd do a driving iron, I'd do irons, wedges, putter, wouldn't touch this at all. You see this, I'm like, no, go away.
Yeah, don't waste
Whereas
your time.
having so many questions being asked to me for my game for why I'm not using this, it opens me up to, let's say, the bigger question, the bigger picture, and then now I've hit this, hitting shots like that, done.
Yeah, I mean,
so yeah, happy days.
Give it a shot.
I'm sure you guys have realised that this video, this was genuinely about an hour of hitting the hybrid from the fairway and off the tee. I have to give it a big shout out to Jack here, the expert fitter at PXG, because you can see that there was something there. This hybrid could be the best club in my bag if I understood how to hit it properly and kind of got those negative thoughts out of my head. And that's why we hit a lot of shots and we tried a lot of different things. Very small adjustments, but by changing the length, changing the loft and changing the shaft weight as well, alongside the adjustability that's featured in the PXG Gen 6 Hybrid, we were able to find the one. And that was the PXG Gen 6 Hybrid with a Tensi 100X hybrid shaft, standard length and at 17 degrees with the weights positioned more towards the heel to give a bit of a draw bias. So let me know what you think of this video, because this is the hard part of a fitting, which is why I'm giving so much respect to Jack here. I wasn't hitting it well with the hybrid. Look at my swing path, -8. I don't want to talk about it, but by being able to push through that, get out of my comfort zone a little bit, I've now got a fairway finder that goes 250 yards. We've got plenty more videos to come of the driver and also of the wedges and putter as well, so stay tuned for that over the next few weeks. I'll catch you guys at the next video.